The sun is the star that makes life possible on Earth. It gives us light, warmth, and the energy to survive. But without it, what would our world look like? Let's find out. Stage 1. The end of light. Have you ever wondered why, when you blow out the candles on your birthday cake, you make a wish? It's because in that brief moment when the flame goes out, there's darkness all around you. Now imagine this, but on a much grander scale. When the sun disappears, Earth won't go dark immediately. That's because sunlight takes about 8 minutes to reach us. This means for 8 minutes, everything would look normal. But after that, total darkness will surround the planet. Stage 2, the drop in temperature. You've probably experienced how quickly the temperature can drop on a cloudy, windless day. In the absence of sunlight, temperatures would begin to fall rapidly. Within a week, the Earth's average temperature would drop to minus 17 degrees Celsius. Within a year, it would fall to minus 73 degrees. Under such conditions, most forms of life, including humans, would not survive. Only some bacteria and microorganisms could endure such low temperatures. Stage 3, the solar system in chaos. The sun doesn't just provide light and heat, it also keeps our solar system in check with its gravity. The sun's gravitational force keeps the Earth and other planets in orbit around it. If the sun vanished, Earth would no longer stay in orbit. Instead, it would drift freely into space and the moon would also drift away from Earth. This means Earth would no longer have stable day and night, or even years and seasons. Moreover, other planets would start falling apart, and the asteroids in the asteroid belt would fly right through the orbit of Mars. In short, the whole solar system would be thrown into chaos. Stage 4. The end of life on Earth. If the sun disappeared, it would take about 6 months before we notice significant changes. However, after a year, Earth would become uninhabitable. Without sunlight, plants could no longer perform photosynthesis, the process by which they convert light energy into chemical energy. This means they would die off along with the animals and humans who depend on them for food. Oceans would begin to freeze, and only some deep-sea creatures who don't depend on sunlight might survive for a while. But eventually, Earth would turn into a frozen, lifeless planet. And it wouldn't just be Earth. All the living things in the universe that use the sun's light and energy would die. There would be no more photosynthesis anywhere, so no more oxygen production. And all the planets that orbit the sun would suffer the same fate. A ray of hope. Although the sun is very far away from Earth, its disappearance would affect us in more ways than one. So it's important that we understand that our existence in the universe is rather fragile. But perhaps one day, human ingenuity and advancement in space technology would allow us to migrate to other planets or even around other stars. Perhaps in another part of the universe there is a similar system where a star gives light and warmth to another planet which is orbited by intelligent beings who are watching the stars and thinking about their existence just like us. What do you think? Should humanity prepare for such cosmic threats, or are we too far from that danger? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And now, let's see how well you've learned the material. Choose the correct answer. How long does it take for the sun's light to reach Earth? A. 2 minutes. B. 8 minutes. C. 30 minutes. What would happen to Earth's temperature within a year after the sun's disappearance? A. It would increase. B. It would decrease. C. It would stay the same. Would the moon still orbit Earth if the sun disappeared? A. Yes, it would. B. No, it wouldn't. What would happen to the solar system after the sun disappeared? A. It would collapse. B. It would keep existing as before. C. It would start to move in the direction of the nearest star. If you've got this far, you're clearly enjoying this content. So please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. See you soon.